How strong is Quandale Dingle? We're gonna go over his feats, power level, and strength to see how strong Quandale Dingle really is. Before we can look at Quandale Dingle's power level, we have to take a look at his origin story and how he first originally came to be and got his powers. Quandale Dingle would first emerge at the beginning of the memeverse. He was already given the powers of atomic manipulation, but as he was leaving, he stumbled across Thanos. This was Thanos in his strongest form. I'm talking full Infinity Gauntlet. So what ended up happening is that Thanos decided to fight Quandale Dingle, and it wouldn't end up well for Thanos. I mean, he'd defeat him with low difficulty. After that, Quandale Dingle would take the time stone from Thanos as he sensed things going on, so he decided to use it, but as an error, he'd end up on Earth. After he ended up on Earth, he'd try to get some refreshment, and that's where he'd head to Binley Mega Chippy. As you know, Binley Mega Chippy is known for selling some of the best food in the memeverse. So Quandale Dingle would sit down to eat at Binley Mega Chippy, and he'd be met by one of his rivals. He'd get Giga Chad with a crazy yo mama joke, and they'd engage in a crazy battle. This would be one of the most insane battles the memeverse has ever seen, but Giga Chad was in a weakened state, so Quandale Dingle would take the W. However, Quandale Dingle would be so drastically weakened that he'd have to escape to a hyperbolic time chamber. So he did leave the capybara to fend off his foes so he could regain power in the hyperbolic time chamber. Let's take a look at Quandale Dingle in his base form. First of all, base form Quandale Dingle is already in the top 1% of strongest memeverse characters. In fact, Quandale Dingle base form is a master of gritty jujitsu. It's said this dance rivals other dances like the dab and the orange justice. It's also said that by mastering gritty jujitsu, Quandale Dingle is able to offset the rotation of the sun. To put that into perspective, the sun is as heavy as 333,000 Earths. On top of that, Quandale Dingle is also a master of flex tape jujitsu. Flex tape jujitsu allows the user to pretty much patch up and block attacks. Flex tape also has the power to restrict the strongest items in the memeverse. In fact, with his flex tape jujitsu powers, he was able to restrict the powers of Mr. Bean's Teddy, which we know is the second strongest item in the memeverse. But the ridiculousness of Quandale Dingle doesn't end there. Based on Quandale Dingle, as I mentioned, has the power of the capybara army. The capybara army can pull up. Essentially what that means is when the capybara pull up, they can go toe to toe with powerful armies like the Minion Cult and Sussy Among Us. In this form, Quandale Dingle was also able to accomplish many feats. In his base form, he was able to battle high tier characters like Daniel Larson. Although Daniel Larson was known for scaring Quandale Dingle, once Quandale Dingle returned, he'd wipe the floor with Daniel Larson. It said that his battle with Daniel Larson in his base form didn't even last more than 5 minutes. His gritty jujitsu shut down all effects of Daniel Larson, and his flex tape jujitsu was enough to absolutely destroy him. Another feat from Quandale Dingle in this form is that when he entered another galaxy, he was able to think that galaxy out of reality. This is base form Quandale Dingle exhibiting powers that we've never seen before in the memeverse. Also, to put that into perspective, a universe has trillions upon trillions of stars, and to be able to think that out of existence requires a crazy high level of power. Based on Quandale Dingle was also able to go head to head with some of the strongest characters in the memeverse like Giga Chad and Shrek. Quandale Dingle's battle with Shrek is yet to be seen, but it's estimated that their battle would destroy up to 20 quintillion omniverses. That being said, base form Quandale Dingle is extremely powerful and not to be messed with. He's even an expert at side quests, as once he dropped a track from Goofy Productions that went #1 on global charting. This track alone had Drake begging for how he thought of his lyrics. Legend has it Quandale Dingle coached many of your favorite artists to become legendary singers and rappers. Kendrick Lamar and Yeet, just to name a few. With all that being said, base form Quandale Dingle is extremely powerful. Let's take a look at Quandale Dingle in his second strongest form, Quandavious Maximus. This is the form that is the most compatible with fusions, as we've seen him fuse with many characters including King Bob to make King Quandale. This form has also fused with people like Giga Chad to make Giga Quandale Maximus. This form is not only highly fusionable, but it also gains the other powers of memeverse characters it battles. Think of it as the same effect as Speed Wannabe. He can copy the powers of anybody else in the memeverse. Doja's control over all animals. The myriad of Giga Chad's Jimbro effects. Shaggy's ability to scale infinitely. Speed's ability to double his power watching Messi highlights. And even Andrew Tate's ability to stay off the grid and ride in the Bugatti. This form is also considerably stronger than Quandale Dingle's base form. As I mentioned, base form Quandale Dingle can think galaxies out of reality, but Quandavious Maximus can think universes out of reality. Just by the sheer thought, he has destroyed many universes. In fact, when he destroyed one of the universes in Morbius's parallel realm, Morbius feared to even fight him, and this was Morbius Morbin at 100,000 1000%. Quandale Dingle is well feared throughout the memeverse. In fact, even Dark Knuckles, butcher of memes, decided to not even come close to the omniverse Quandale was in when he was in his Quandavious Maximus form. This is a guy that's stronger than Sylvester. Furthermore, this power is just a straight up scale up from his base form powers. Offsetting the axis of the sun? No problem. Now he's offsetting the axes of black holes. Did I mention he's also never lost a battle in this form? In fact, when he was attacked by Mind Control Ultra Instinct Shaggy and Mind Control Sylvester, he was able to take them on 2v1. Not only that, Shaggy had 2 sandwiches in his hands and Sylvester had a fresh cut. Quandavious Maximus was able to beat them with both hands behind his back, one eye covered, and juggling at the same time. Overall, it's just way too easy for Quandavious Maximus. However, there's one Quandale Dingle form that's way stronger than Quandale Dingle's base form and his Quandavious Maximus form. Quandale Dingle in his strongest form is Omega Dingle. In this form, he can rewrite reality. This involves manipulating many cosmic level substances like galaxies, universes, and omniverses. On top of that, he even gains the power to think characters out of existence. This was proved when he outthought mind-controlled Anya to think her out of the memeverse. Omega Dingle can also transcend reality. In fact, he transcended reality in so many dimensions that he managed to reach the 21st dimension. It's said that in the 21st dimension, the laws of physics don't even apply anymore. Boundless level Giga Chad in his strongest form, Boundless Omega Chad Giga Chad, stated, and quote, "Quandale Dingle could beat me at 1,000,000% and even destroy the memeverse if he tried." On top of that, Omega Dingle waved off Shaggy 1,000,000,000%. As we know, Shaggy simply in his base form can out Pizza the Hut. Shaggy 1,000,000,000 is one of the strongest characters in the memeverse, and for him to just get waved off by Omega Dingle is crazy. In fact, Omega Dingle is so powerful that it's rumored that he could beat Shrek when he has the Infinity Gauntlet. Remember that if Shrek clicks once while having the Infinity Gauntlet, he has the power to destroy all memes. So how powerful is Quandale Dingle actually? Quandale Dingle is a boundless level character with the ranking of #1 in the memeverse. This is proven by his many feats described in the video and also many powerful characters stating as a testament to his unparalleled power in the memeverse. We're yet to see characters that are on Omega Dingle's power level, so we'll just have to wait and see if anybody else could challenge him. But for now, Quandale Dingle is the strongest character in the memeverse and a boundless level character. Thanks for watching, you guys are the best. Follow my other socials and see ya!